Hello there and welcome to Adie Craft. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build this fantastic fantasy base, including a full villager trading hall in your world. So don't go anywhere and let's get on with the video. Here's the materials list for the finished build, so pause the video and check it out if you want to see how to build this. If you do want to change any of the interior items, those are on here as well. The space taken up by this build is 16 blocks wide if you include the overhang from the roof, and then it's 20 blocks along the side with an additional 5 blocks at the front that it is then going to stick out. Well, here we have the yellow marking the edge of the roof, and then we have the light blue, which is the walls, and the dark blue, which will be the stripped spruce pillars. And now we'll get on with the building. Now this build does contain a villager trading area, but I will cover that in the going through the interior section, and also if you want to automate that so you can actually zombify them as well, I will also cover that at the end of the video. So to start with, I'm just going to cover the actual build itself. So at first what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and everywhere that we have the podzol inside this structure, we're going to replace that with some oak planks. So I'm going to do that and then come back to you. First thing we're going to do is build up the pillars, and coming to the front we're going to come up 4 on each of these 2 sides, and every other one that we've got here, everywhere where there's blue, we're going to come up 5, so we're actually coming up 1 block higher. So add that, and with these it is 2 deep, so we're going to be coming up 5 on all of these, and make sure that obviously the bark comes through. If you're doing this in survival, then place your spruce logs and then just strip them, but yeah, fill in all of these dark blue areas, which are 3 gaps difference in between them, with the spruce logs, and then strip those. With the pillars in place and all of the wood stripped, then we're going to deal with the walls. So coming around at the front, we're going to be using cobble, and then we're going to be mixing the cobble up with some andesite actually for this build. So just feel free to do that as you're going along. I'll do it at the end once I've done that, but yeah, just mix in some andesite with it. Come into the front and create this 1 wide gap, which again we're going to need to replace that block because that's going to be the doorway in to the area. Then here we're going to come up and leave a hole for a window here, and bring this up 2 high, so there's a 2 high gap here, and then come all the way around the top like so. And then obviously there's going to be a 3 high gap for the doorway because we're going to put a lintel on, so that is going to then look like this. And using some spruce stairs, just fill in these at the side for the main bit of the entranceway. Now for these areas here, we are going to do a similar thing. We're going to come around with all the cobblestone, but this time we are going to make sure that we've got 3 high windows. So the walls are going to come up like so, and it's going to come 1 block higher, and we're just going to link this up level with the top of these. And yeah, just go round and do that in all of these gaps. So that's how the corners will look. This is how the main window sections will look. It'll just be, like I say, connected up, and then put in an upside down stair in each one of these and mix it up with some andesite, and then we'll move on to the next stage. Once that's done, there's one slight adjustment to this, and that is that these should actually also be pillars coming up to 4 high either side of this entranceway. When that is in place, then, and you've added in just some andesite here and there to actually mix things up a little bit, then you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. And yeah, now we can move on to a bit of the decoration and the next stage. Now, using the spruce stairs, what we're going to do is we're going to come here, and either side of the doorway we're going to add some buttresses to the bottom of the spruce stairs here, and we are then going to come out, and on each of these pillars we're going to do the same. So not in between, we're going to leave that, but we're going to come round and just add these all the way around the build like so. Next, we're going to come inside, and in between each of these areas, we're going to place some upside down stairs. So at the front here, we haven't got another pillar to put it on, so we're just going to put it on one side. But the rest of the way round, we're going to surround these entirely with upside down stairs, because this is then going to be the support for the next level of the roof. Now we're going to take our spruce trapdoors and we're going to place them around the level, so equal level with this here. So wherever it is 4 blocks tall, which is level with the tops of the windows, we're going to place some spruce trapdoors like so, and make sure that those are closed against the wood. We're also going to do the same around these pillars, right the way around them. Lots of spruce used in this build. And what we're also going to do above each of the windows is we're going to place one trapdoor here, which will then be in the gap, and again will support the wall above there. So yeah, go around and do that around all of the spruce logs and at the top of each of these areas. Next thing we're going to do is start working on the floor of the next story, and we're going to start by taking these spruce logs and connecting up here. Now I did notice that I was using the dark oak logs, that was just a mistake, so I've changed them all to the spruce in the build. We're then going to take this and we're going to bring it all the way along so that it connects up here, and we're going to do that on both sides. And then we are going to bring this across so it connects into the middle, and bring it across again so it connects, and do the same at the back of the build and bring it right the way across. And we're going to have a stairway in the middle here, so we're only going to bring these across to the edge. Next, taking the oak slabs all the way around the edge of the build, we're going to fill in all of these gaps, excluding this middle one, because like I said, that is going to be a staircase. So go around all of these and just fill them in with the top spruce slabs so that you've got this nice pattern underneath. To add the staircase in, we're going to take some spruce stairs again, and we're going to come and place them here, and then placing them back on themselves, we've got some upside down stairs, and then we're just going to staircase down, going back and forth like so until we reach the ground. Again, making sure that these are the right way up, and then do the same here. We might need to crouch. At this point we can just add in these, and we're at floor level now, so just add in the next and final course, and that gives us the staircase up to the second level. Next we'll build the roof and finish off this entranceway section, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up a block here and here and here and here with the spruce, and connect these up with just some cobblestone. Again, you can mix in some andesite at the front. These other ones are just going to be covered, so technically they can be anything. And what we're then going to do is take some stairs and start placing them out here so that it is level with the sides, and then place an upside down stair here. I'll just show you one side that we're going to do, and then build up the other side. Once we've done that, we're going to place a spruce plank, full spruce plank on top of that, and then we're going to come in with a stair and a stair backwards, and then we've got another spruce plank that's going up there, and then we have a stair that's coming in this way, which brings us to the middle, and then we've got an upside down stair, so we'll just build that up on the other side as well. So just to show you, we've got stairs going along here, coming out one in front of this, upside down stair here, and then a block with a stair on top, upside down stair, block, and then a stair which connects us up to this. Now what we're then going to do on top of that is place 2 further blocks, and that is where we one block and rather a stair upside down like so. And then now that we've done that, we're going to place a stair sticking out here like this. Now we will need to place a temporary block out, one block out, so that we can actually place no, actually we don't need to do that yet. We can place a stair just like so, and then we've got the curl that comes down, and then we need to go out with the temporary block just out the front, because at this point we then need to place a right way up stair like this, and this gives us this nice decorative curve that we have on the front of this roof design. To connect the roof to the rest of the build, we're going to come up 5 here and 5 here, and do the same obviously on both sides. And then on the 4th block, so leaving one gap at the top, we're going to come across and connect these up. Now here what we're going to do is level with this stair. We're going to come across 2 blocks like so, and then on top of this we are going to place 2 planks. Down here we're then going to place a stair, and then next to the stair we are going to place a plank, and that gives us the roof design. We're then going to start filling this in with the warped stairs and the warped wood, just to keep it in line with what we've got in this shape at the front, except for when we get to the top here, where we're going to have a stair and then we're going to have a curvy stair. So that gives that nice line demarcation, and just finish that off on this side as well to show you again. So we put these blocks in all the way across. Wrong place, there we go. And then a line of stairs here and a stair around here. Now at the end of the build we are going to come in and change this up with some texture, but not too worried about that for now. And that is the first part of this. We'll just now finish off the front. In this front section, what we're going to firstly do is take our stripped spruce planks and come across. So we've got a line here. Then, similar to how we connected up before, we can have the spruce stairs and the trapdoor. We're actually also going to connect up in the middle here as well. And then these blocks we're just going to fill in with the white concrete powder, like so. And then we get the finished roof design for this section. The last thing that you might want to do is you can place a spruce trapdoor on top there, just to make it really, really smooth on the curve. To start building the next floor, we are going to come first of all right the way out to the side and bring each of these up 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do that on each of these ones just at the very end and on both sides. With the blocks that are 5 high on each of those columns, we're actually going to bring the ones just inside it up 6 blocks, and then this one we're going to bring up 5 blocks, but we're going to place one deliberately facing the other direction. And we're also then going to bring this up to 6 blocks so that we can do the same on each of these. So we bring it 6 blocks up in the center, one more, and then come out facing that way like so. And we'll do that at the front and at the back. With that done at the back as well, we're going to double connect these up right the way across like so. And we're then going to do exactly the same as this at the front as well. So once that's connected up double, we're just going to bring these across as well. Now we're going to connect these up at the side. So we're going to come in here and we're just going to bring this all the way along in between these 2 pillars. And we're also going to do the same here, here, and on the other side. So connect all of these up right the way across the build. Similar to what we did on the ground floor, what we're going to then do is connect up the front and the back sections like so, and then connect up equally the middle section here, but only as far as the center, because again we're going to have another set of stairs coming right the way through the middle of the build to help you get up and down inside it. And that will then give you something that looks like this. Well, next thing to do, which is something that I just missed, is to fill in all of these on top of the pillars inside. So we've got the double thick pillars like so on the sides of the build. So just like we've got at the front and the back, just fill these in on both of the sides. That'll give you lots of these little 3x5 pods. What I will show you how to do is one at the front here, and then you just repeat this in each of these gaps. So for the front ones particularly, we'll just replace that actually with a full block because it just looks a bit better and connects up. Then with a combination of predominantly the white concrete, but then you can mix it up with the white wool and some of the white smooth quartz even. Then just fill in around the edge, leaving this 3 gap. And then in that 3 gap, we're going to place an upside down stair like so. We're also going to place an upside down stair in either side like we did beneath with a spruce trapdoor, and we'll also place a spruce trapdoor on the front. And then also down here, we're going to use some acacia signs to fill in this gap just as a little bit of detail. Now repeat this in each of these window holes right the way around the build. With these side portions, then you still do the same thing with the upside down stairs, and we will still place the trapdoor, but obviously we just won't place one against this piece of wood here. With all of those done around the outside, then we're going to just add a little bit of decoration to the corners, which is we're going to level with these signs. We're going to place a slab, and then level with this again upside down stair. We're going to place a slab, and then we're going to get some acacia fences and just fill in at the corner there, and we're going to do that on each of those 4 corners. With that done around the edge, we're just going to then take some dark oak buttons, and on this very bottom block on each of these sides, we're just going to fill these in as another piece of detail. So do that on both sides, and also around the back. Inside the build, we are going to finish off this floor and then start building up to the next floor. So we're going to take some stripped spruce wood here, and then in between that we're going to place some oak slabs just in this section. And what you might want to do is actually just place another wood there just to give it a nice finish. Then what we're going to do is actually start placing the stairway up to the next level, which we're going to do back and forth again with the stairs like so. Just coming back and forth. I'll just do this on one side and then fill it all in. Just until you are obviously level with the floor above. And now this is quite a high ceiling, so this has got quite a long staircase in it, as you will see. And this should just fit there nicely into the gap, like so. And then in the rest of the area, we're going to fill in the oak slabs again, just in these holes, but not in the middle, because obviously you need that to walk up and down. Once that's filled in, I did actually just decide that it's probably better to replace these with some upside down stairs. If I can place them properly, there we go. And then when you come around, it fits in nicely with the spruce around it. Coming around the side of the build, we're going to start building some of the roof up, and we're going to do this with the spruce stairs. And we're going to come level with the top here, and then we're going to come out one past these blocks and go up on top of that, and then we're going to come right the way across the roof here, and then we're going to place again another block and an upside down block here. So just bring this line right the way across like so. A bit fiddly, but always is when you're placing roofs. Again right to the front, and then the upside down stair with a right way up stair and an upside down stair like this. Now in this gap, we're just going to completely fill it in with the warped wood right the way across like so. Make sure it's the right way upstairs though, and do this on both sides. Now we've got the roof all level, we'll continue up with the rest of the roof peak. So we're going to have one more stair with an upside down stair. Then we're going to come up with a block and have a stair on top of that with an upside down stair next to it again. And then up another block with the same pattern, stair upside down stair. And then, yep, you guessed it, repeat again. Upside down block stair, and another stair. And now we're quite close to the middle, so we do that once more with a regular stair, with one block rather than a regular stair. And now here we are, we go up 2 blocks. So this time we go up 1, 2, which brings us right the way to the center. And then in that gap, we put an upside down stair, and we have a block here. And then we also go up 2 further blocks here, which gives us this really, really nice steep looking roof. And actually we do need to go up a stair on top of that, like so. But yeah, it gives us this really, really nice steep roof. I'll just show you again on the other side, and then you just repeat the same at the back. So we've got a stair, and then we've got a block, stair, stair, block, stair, stair, block, stair, stair, block, last time, stair, stair, and then 2 blocks with a stair on top. And so if you build that at the other end as well, obviously with the stairs facing in a slightly different direction. With the 2 peaks put up now, we're going to connect them. So not on the top block, but the block just beneath it, level with these stairs. We're going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6, wasn't it? Yep. And then we're going to place a stair and do the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a stair. And then that leaves us with a gap here. What we're going to do with this gap is we're going to connect it up to 1, 2, 3 with some slabs. Now on top of this, we're going to come in 1 on this side and then place a stair, and then do the same on the other side, 1, and then place a stair. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place some slabs. So we're going to place 1, 2 slabs here and 2 slabs here. And then that gives us a lovely nice bowed roof in the middle. Now starting at the bottom, we're going to fill in basically the same pattern that we've got for the roof itself. So not the underside stairs, but the ones on top, and then the blocks here. So wherever we've got a block, we'll place that full block. Wherever we've got a stair, we'll place that on top. And just carry this on right the way up to the top and all the way along between the 2 roof arches. The only slight difference will be when we get to the top here, where we are going to connect the last of these blocks all the way along. And as you'll see, that goes just beneath the level that we have there of the roof. Once we've done that on these sides, we're going to come and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then on this 4th one we're going to have a curvy corner type roof. And then we are also going to, if I've got the slab, there it is, then place a couple of slabs. So we've got again this nice breakdown. And then once we've come into, we're actually going to knock these middle 3 out for the roof. And we're going to use some right way upstairs just to smooth out that transition a little bit in the middle here. And then you can actually take those 4th ones out and curve it round like so. So that's what we're going to do on this. So again, on this side, we'll just go 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, we'll curve it round. Then 2 slabs. And as you'll see, you've got that nice now grade that comes through. So repeat that on the other side and fill in all of the other blocks just as they are with the spruce at the end. With the roofs in place, then we're going to start doing some of the decoration. So similar to how we did this hook on the front, we're going to start with an upside down stair there. We're also then going to have a stair that's the right way up here with a slab above it. So we've got a upside down stair, a slab, and a right way up stair. Then we've got one more slab here. We're going to have to first place a temporary block here so we can place a right way up stair, and then that gets replaced by a slab. Then coming down here again, we need a temporary block to take this out one. And then we have a right way up stair just there and take out that temporary block. So there, as you can see, we get this lovely decorative pattern on the front. And we do the same at the back of the build as well. The only final thing that we do is on these 2 blocks, we place a couple of, and probably placing them the other way around better, a couple of trapdoors, so you get the grain of the wood going in the same direction. Now what you can also do is anywhere where you have got a full block here, you can also place that with some trapdoors just so that it's spawn proof. And then that means that nothing can spawn on the roof of your building. To finish off completely spawn proofing this roof, then there's one block here that you'll need to add a trapdoor to, which stops it from being spawnable, and then these 2 blocks on either side of the roof as well. You can place some of the warped pressure plates on them, and that will make the entirety of the roof completely spawn proof. To build up the 2 gables, then the first thing that we're going to do is come in here into this one gap that we've left, and we're just going to fill this in with some of the white blocks that we've got, the concrete and the quartz or the wool, and then we're going to fill in 2 stairs upside down, and then a trapdoor just here, wrong side, there we go, and a trapdoor on the front, so that evens it out with these 2 sides. Then what we're going to do is on this upwards facing block, first thing we're going to do is take this right the way up to the roof and do this on both the sides here. Once we've done that on both the sides, then we can take this extra block here as well, up 3, and then place a block facing out forwards. So 3 and then 1 placing out forwards. We connect up both of these, double thickness again, and connect this up to the side of the build, or the inside of the roof as well. Then we do the same, we go up another 3, which should take us just to this block here on the roof. So take that up like so, and then we come across 3 and connect these up on the inside as well as the outside. And then once you've done that, there should be all of the areas filled in, and now again with a combination of the wool and the concrete. I'm just going to do it first with the concrete, then add it. We go into this back block and fill it in like so, and the same here. However, we're going to leave a 1 gap for a window in the middle here, and then we're going to fill all of this in, and again leave a 1 gap in the middle of this 3x3 here as well for another window. So we're going to have some little round windows that look really good in this build, and then we just fill in this up here in the roof section. What you might want to do is actually bring it 1 forward, just so you can actually cover up the wood. You don't necessarily have to. The other option is you can just grab yourself some of the stairs and actually come inside here and fix that bit there, and that actually then matches up with the roof. The other thing that you'll probably want to do is just fill the concrete in right the way up like so, and you might want to then add another piece of the warped wood in there, but it's entirely up to you how you do that, just to leave that little bit. Personally, I think it's probably a bit better to just leave it like so, or maybe just use a full block in there. Once we've got these windows in place, what we're then going to do is, using the stairs, we're going to come in to each of these corners, and it can be a little bit fiddly, on the 2 sides, and put the blocks in these corners, and then do the same in this middle section as well, and this one here. So this is how we're going to create the little round looking entranceways, which lovely little decorative design. Here again we've got this 1 block actually we need some concrete in here, and then we would in theory place a block in just there, but it's actually going to cover it off anyway, so we put the concrete in, so from the inside it's fine, and then we place a block down in that corner and it just covers that off. Up at this top bit, we've already done some stuff here, but we can always change that around if we wanted. Like you might want to put it so you've actually got the spruce in here, which, yeah, let's do that. So that we've got just a bit of decoration. And in all of these gaps, coming right the way around, we're going to place some trapdoors. So we're going to start surrounding this entire thing in some trapdoors here. Get rid of that one. So what you'll see once we've done that is you get some really nice curves and this really nice decorative design that kind of ties it all together. One here, and one here as well on the front. And yeah, once you've done this on the front, just completely repeat everything that we're doing here on the back of the build as well. It is exactly the same. There's nothing that you need to worry about over and above what we've already done. Then on this, the one difference is we do put an extra trapdoor in here, just in that gap. So there you can see we've got these lovely round windows. The final touch on the front here that we're going to use is in each of these blocks that faces a different direction, we're going to put a warped button in there, and that is basically the front of the build done, all of the decoration, and the only thing to do on the exterior really is to put the windows and some lanterns in. Now the last things to do to the exterior of this build are to place some lanterns. So for example, a lantern on the point here. You can also, because it is a full block, place it here if you wish, so it's up to you, but I personally prefer it just on here. Wherever you've got a window, we have got some cyan stained glass that we're going to fill those in with all the way through the build. Where we get to this level, we are going to add some trapdoors that are going to go round here like so on all of the pillars that we have. Same for the edges here. Obviously you can't go over this, but yeah, just bring it round like this. And also then just placing some lanterns on the corner. So go in and fill all of those details in. And then at the front of the build, again, you can place a lantern hanging from this. The other thing that you can do is you can actually replace this with an acacia fence, and that allows you to have a nice lantern hanging just above the door, which is a real nice touch as well. So yeah, just go around and fill in all the details, and I'll show you what the final build looks like, and then we'll look at the interior. The final two things on this exterior are firstly to come inside and add a door, and that's a warped door that we're going to use there just to set off the other accents that we've got. And the other thing is to add in a bit of block variation on the roof, because otherwise it is quite a big space of the same warped wood. And the blocks that you can use for this are the warp block and some dark prismarine as well. So those are two blocks that go really well with this new texture, with the prismarine also having the benefit that you've actually got the stairs as well. So yeah, just add those in, add a bit of block variation just to give it a bit of texture onto the roof, and then the exterior is all done. When the roof's done and you've added all of the other embellishments, it should look a bit like this, and it just breaks up the roof. I did actually use some prismarine bricks in there as well, just for something that was a bit of a lighter tone to offset the dark prismarine. But yeah, it looks really good with the block palette, and now we'll just finish off the interior. The final touch to the interior is just to add a final roof in. So what we're going to do, and again, this can be a secret section if you want. You could still use this space in theory, but if you just place some lanterns in this rafter, in the rafters here, just to keep this bit, it doesn't matter how many you place really, just to keep this bit well lit, because what we're going to do is we're then going to place some of the oak slabs, and we're also going to place some of the spruce logs. So the stripped spruce logs are just going to come across here, right the way across the build, like so, on both sides, right the way up to here. And then, like I said, you can fill in the slabs. Now if you wanted to have like a ladder way running up the side here or up next to the window, you could, and use this space, but otherwise just light it up and just close it off using these oak slabs. What I'm not going to do now is I'm not going to do a block by block of the interior, but I will show you a run through of that once it's been done, and you can obviously use that. The other thing that I am going to do though is just fill in this one section here, because it's just nicer to have a bit of a flat wall that we can place stuff against. But again, entirely optional, you can do this if you wish or not. But now I'm going to fill in the interior and then show you around. So the build's now finished, and I'll just show you through the interior quickly before giving you a quick tour of the outside and show you how the villager system works. So what we've got here is all of the villagers in their pods. Now I did just stick them all in with eggs, so they haven't always taken their workstations, but they would have taken their workstations had you brought them in individually one at a time. So I'll show you with this guy what we've got here. What we have is a lever down here, and I'll go down and show you. So you have a zombie going around the outside. You then use the lever to drop the piston. There is a repeater under there, and then the zombie can actually hit this guy and can turn him into a zombie villager, at which point you can bring him back up. Here we go, and he comes back up into his spot. You can close the trapdoor, and then you can just cure him and get better prices. So you could just put the villagers in here for trading, or you could put all of the stuff in there to actually do that as well. Right, so looking at the rest of it, I've just done it up with a chest for each of the traders, so that you can put in the things that you trade with them to actually get the emeralds and to get the trades, and just a little sleeping area up here. Then we've got a decent sized furnace array. And then up here we've got a full enchanting setup to give you level 30 with, of course, an anvil and a grindstone. And then you've got your basic storage setup with a brewing stand and stuff at the other end. So yeah, everything that you need would be in this base, including obviously all of your villagers as well. So this would be a really, really good decent size base for you. And of course you could also dig down and go underneath the ground as well to give yourself some more space. So let's have a quick look around this with the shaders on. So with the shaders on, I think that, well, I hope you'll agree that it looks fantastic, the finished build. Also really, really practical as a good base and villager trading area. This is based on a build that I did in my solo survival world, which is called Adie's Adventure, and I'll leave a card in the video and a link in the description, so do check that out if you haven't already. There'll be lots more builds like this coming because I'm building a fantasy area around spawn. So yeah, please do check that out. If you have enjoyed the video, leave a comment, leave a like, it really, really does help. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And with all that being said, I will see you next time on Adiecraft.